what are some things that you have done on your journey to kind of build this mindset to be this kind of guy who's like, you know what, I want bigger problems, I want bigger things, I want to do bigger things. Whereas I feel like most guys are kind of settling in life. They just want something that's more comfortable, that's not necessarily going to make them happy.
Yeah. I think a big aspect of it was just surrounding myself with people who were doing big things, right? Like my buddy Beast, he took his channel from 0 to 1 million, basically 1 million subscribers within like 3 years, right? I have several other friends who, were making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. And I was able to like meet these dudes along my travels throughout the world. And I made a really big effort to try to connect with other entrepreneurs and add value to their lives so that they would help me make even more connections. And it was just like being surrounded by those types of people. It was like, man, like you got to keep the growth growing. You don't want to just stagnate and just kind of waste away. So it's just kind of like that mentality of constant growth versus like, well, like making a few thousand a month. Like I'm just gonna like chill on this and move to Vietnam and that's it. Like I don't want to do that.
Right. How did you meet Beast?
We actually we used to run in the same circle back in Boston of like, dudes going around picking up girls. And we never ran into each other in the early years doing it though. Funny enough, but we both had a mutual friend, this guy Brian, and I used to go to parties at his house, and I don't know if I ever ran into Beast while I was out with him, like potentially, but I don't remember. And then one day, like he gave me a call. Brian gave me a call, and he's like, "Hey man, there's this other guy I think you should meet. Like he runs a blog too, similar to yours. I think you guys would get along well." And and that was just an example of me, like, making a connection with somebody, trying to add value to their life. And then they give back to me in a cool way. And then I ended up meeting up with Beast, and me and him immediately clicked right away. We were cool. And he helped me write my first book. And we ended up sharing a little 1-bedroom apartment in Boston for like 6 months, which was fun too. And then we've been friends ever since. So.
That's epic, man. That seems like a cool friendship. So when you talk about giving value to other people, right? You're like, well, you have to give value before you get. And I highly believe in this as well. It's like, if you want anything in life, it comes down to being able to give value. So what are some practical ways that not only can a man build up his value, but also be able to give it to other people to have those really strong connections that end up paying tenfold?
I think a big part of it is not being like a value sucker, right? Like there's people out there that are always trying to like get stuff from you, right? And instead of looking at it as a win-win, they're like, all right, like I know Dave is whatever. Like, for example, like I know Dave makes money, so I'm gonna try to like go out with him and like get him to pay for my drinks or like all this type of shit or whatever example. But instead of looking to suck value and be sort of a leech, which I think a lot of people are, like look for opportunities to give value. So maybe like try to help people make connections with others, right? Like if someone is trying to learn copywriting and a guy who's really good at copywriting, like which is just an example of a skill, right? Like you connect those two people. Like I just did that the other day, and a guy now is part of a copywriting mentorship course, and he's building out his online business, and it was just like a simple thing for me. Right. So helping people make connections, giving people resources. So for me, I'm really good at Amazon books now. Like I know how to write a best-selling Amazon book. So whenever I hear someone's trying to write a book, I'll be like, yo, bro, like drop your email. I'll drop you this presentation I had that shows you how to write one really good and how to make sure you launch it the right way for free. And that helps me to like build good equity with people. Right.
Right.
So just like little examples like that, So resources, connections, those are two really big ones. And just being like, just being like a fun guy around them, like, offering good energy to social settings, good energy to the group. If you know how to talk to girls, like going out and helping them get girls too, bringing girls over to the group, helping them meet more girls. For a while, I was in my friend group, I was just the dude that like dudes went out with me. They know I was going to be organized and shit. And they knew that they were going to go there. If they went out with me, it was going to be a crazy night, and they were going to meet some girls through me. So that alone helped me to connect with some really like cool entrepreneurs.